Hi there, welcome back to a new video. So while I was making all of these last videos, the most important question in my mind was, why aren't we taught any of this in school? We start with the Indus Valley civilization and from there we straight go to the Mauryan Empire. Why? Especially when we already have so much evidence and knowledge about this period with us. So some people could say that the reason is that these evidences or this knowledge is inconclusive. But then why is it inconclusive? Because the research have always been incomplete. So the question still remains. Why don't we talk about this period and whatever happened during that period? And I am so grateful that I was able to learn so much about this period, and also I'm able to share this information with all of you guys. So I find this incredibly an amazing thing. So coming back to the Sinauli excavation, this is where it all gets so complicated. Let's explore how. In the earlier video that I made on Mahabharata and the painted graveware culture, henceforth called the PGW culture, I said that archaeologists believe that the PGW culture is represented by the culture in the Mahabharata epic. But then in this video, I also said that there is enough evidence to prove B.B. Lal's conclusions from the Hastinapura excavations wrong, and that we are actually able to push back the date of Mahabharata epic a few centuries back. That is from 1100 to 800 BCE, as was found by B.B. Lal, to 1750 BCE. Why did I do that? Why? Well, that's what we'll explore in this video. The ASI began excavations in Sinauli in 2005 after some farmers found human bones and ancient pottery in the site while they were leveling the agricultural field. And what they found were more than 100 burials without any coffins, and it became the largest necropolis ever discovered in the Indian subcontinent. The excavation was headed by D.V. Sharma. In it, they found animal bones. There were vases placed over the heads, and there were dish on stands, antenna swords, sheath of copper, terracotta figurines, etc. There were also gold and copper bangles, beads of semi-precious stones, and the antenna stones found in the burial site had a lot of correlation with the copper hoards specimen. So D.V. Sharma came to the conclusion that it must have been associated with the Harappan civilization or the Indus Valley civilization. But later on, that claim was heavily contested because it really did not have anything in common with the Harappan civilization. And people said that it could be late Harappan or post-Harappan cultural sites. These finds were dated within the period of 2200 BCE to 1800 BCE. And that ends the 2005 to 2006 excavation. Now we go on to the next biggest excavation in Sinauli. So during the second round of excavation in 2018, which was headed by Sanjay Kumar Manjul, they found several burials with coffins. And they also found 3 full-sized chariots. Here are the details. The excavations at Sinauli has revealed 4 lid-covered coffins containing the bodies. And these lids on the coffins were profusely decorated with thin plate of copper or patra. Towards the feet of the body, 2 chariots were also buried. Its wheels are solid and studded with triangular pieces of copper. The light frame of the carriage has a curved chassis made of rounded wood. There is also a covering of the axle, also similar U-shaped wooden support for the carriage. The long shaft must have been the transverse yoke. The upper end of the front side of the carriage helped the driver in remaining stable while the chariot was being driven, and it could hold 2 persons. We know from all the previous videos how important pottery is in excavations. So let's look at what kind of pottery they recovered. The pottery in Sinauli belongs to the OCP culture, that is the Ochre Coloured Pottery culture. The grave in question belongs to the OCP people who were the late contemporaries of Harappans. The pottery was similar to the pottery from Barabanki, Faisyabad, Sultanpur axis in the east to Bara and Kalibhangan axis in the west. So basically the findings are correlated to the Copper Bronze Age in the ancient India, and they probably belong to the OCP culture. So far so good. The discovery of a chariot puts us at par with other ancient civilizations like Mesopotamia, Greece, etc., where chariots were extensively used. It seems a warrior class thrived in this region in the past. This is said by X.K. Manjul. According to this article from the Economic Times, Manjul said the war chariot found at the site was the first discovery of its kind, and after advanced testing, it was found to be a horse-pulled one, which brings the site closer to the culture of Mahabharata. The whip we discussed is specifically the one that is used on a horse, not a bull. The wheels, the pole, the yoke are solid with copper triangles. The helmet's shields are sophisticated. The Sinauli findings are a missing link with the Vedic culture and a sign of our civilizational continuity. Chariots figure predominantly in Rigveda, Ramayana and Mahabharata, and the findings look like a royalty, or it is considered a royal burial ground, which does not make anything better. As we saw before, the Mahabharata date in the light of the Sinauli discovery is once again pushed back to 2000 BCE or 1800 BCE. The spoked wheel chariot is fundamental to the Proto-Indo-European culture or the Aryan culture, as in the Aryan invasion theory. This is taken from Scroll. The Proto-Indo-European culture, misnamed Aryan, is closely identified with this vehicle, known by the Proto-Indo-European word rota. The Hindi derivation is Rath. The Academia identify the Proto-Indo-Europeans as branching out from a Central Asian homeland and streaming into the subcontinent from 1500 BC. And the chariot is also seen in the Homeric hymns. Like we read before, the chariot found in Sinauli does not have the spoked wheel, but it has a solid wheel. And that is this question popped everywhere. We should first obtain clarity on why ASI is calling them chariots. It isn't uncommon for a late Harappan site to have bullock carts. There is already evidence of such terracotta carts. So the question is it a bullock cart or a horse chariot? Let me know in the comment section what you think. The theory is that horses were introduced to Bharat by the Proto-Indo-Europeans. Before that, we never had any horses. The Aryan invasion theorists go so far as to say that there is mention of horses in Rigveda just because the Vedas, along with the language Sanskrit, all came from Proto-Indo-Europeans. That is, they were all brought to Bharat by the Iranians who migrated to the subcontinent. And that is why we see the mention of horses in Rigveda without having them on the ground here. The Harappan civilization did not have horses. We know that. Now I just want to read you guys this from the Indian Journal of Archaeology. The source for horses, which is very near to North India, is Tibet. Tibet has an indigenous breeds of pony. Rivoche pony is an ancient breed of horse belonging to Tibet. The shortest path from Tibet to India was crossing the Himalayas through the gorges of trans-Himalayan rivers and different passes. The Himalayan tribe were a link between Tibet and the Gangetic Plains. There was a long-standing trade between the two areas. The discovery of ingots shaped like anthropomorphic figures at Bangkot, Uttarakhand, India, and the district Mustang, Nepal proves that there was a regular trade between northern India and the Himalayan, trans-Himalayan region. So Iran or Afghanistan shouldn't be the only source of horses in North India. There was also Tibet, and we also had trade with Tibet. I'm just throwing it out there. The chariots from Sinauli belong to the OCP culture, which predate the PGW culture, which beckons the Iron Age in ancient India or ancient Bharat. Beyond this information, the Sinauli excavations mess up almost everything. It doesn't sit well with the Indic theory actually, or the out of India theory actually it does, and it certainly does not sit well with the Aryan invasion theory. That is, the Iranians came to India along with their horses and chariots and stayed here and brought all this civilization. So everyone is fighting. I'm very sure that the royal family of the OCP culture buried in Sinauli are just laughing in their graves. What do you think about the findings of Sinauli excavation and what it could imply for the future of Indian history and archaeology? Please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you, and also if there are any more topics that you want me to cover, please let me know in the comment section. I hope you liked this video. If you did, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. There are more videos coming every Friday. Bye bye. Have an awesome day. Hi guys, and here is the first book I have written, Life in a Ziploc Bag. Please check it out on Amazon or Flipkart, and it's also available for direct buying from the publisher itself. All these links are given in the description. Grab your copy now. Thank you.